What's going on, guys? So we got another install video. Today we have Airlift Wireless Air Advanced Integrated Remote Wireless Air Gen 3 Kit 72,000 Automatic Leveling Digital Onboard Compressor System. Alright, so here's everything that comes in the kit. Obviously you're going to have some zip ties and then some fasteners and then fittings, T-fittings to tap into the existing airlines that you have to control each airbag. Here's some more hardware, mounting hardware. Here's the whole wiring harness. Here's your manifold, your compressor, and then your hose. And this is the intake filter. It even comes with batteries. And here's your actual wireless remote. I just went ahead, they have this bracket that you attach in the base, and I went ahead and attached it in. So the description states that this is the preferred orientation for the mounting orientation. So I just went ahead and installed it like so, just so I know it's the preferred method. I know I shouldn't have any issues trying to move it into a different position. Alright, so I'm just going to put a few things together before I start doing any of the installation. So here's your intake filter. I'm just going to put just a little Teflon tape on the threading portion of it. It doesn't even state to do it, but it's just a habit because I don't want to draw an air from anywhere but through the filter. It goes on this. Next thing, you're going to need all the self-tapping screws. So then you're going to need a 3/8 drive, and then you're going to need a 1/4 inch drive for mounting the compressor and the manifold. So these four go for the compressor, these are for the manifold. So I chose my locations, and I'm going to just go ahead and I got a couple marks, so I'm just going to try to batteries did. So I just went ahead and obviously had this portion of my airline installed into it, and then I clipped in the wiring harness just for ease of installation. I'm not trying to reach up here and do it or anything. So I just went ahead and pre-drilled with a 13/62 drive and went and secured this in place. Pop the gas line back in the spot. Alright, so now I'm going to put the compressor in. So I think I'm going to put the compressor on this plate here because this is steel and I want to use the same self-drilling screw for the ground and to mount this relay here as well. So I want to have a good ground, not on the aluminum bed. Alright, so here's the fuel separator right here, and this is where I decided to mount the compressor itself. So here's the relay, and the ground is all underneath, and it's in this steel body portion or steel frame portion because I didn't want to put it on the aluminum. Here's the leader hose side, and that wraps around and then comes over down into the unit right here. And then for the intake of the filter portion of it, I have it wrapped up and I have it sitting up in its can't see it too well, but it's zip tied up in here so it stays dry in all those components, so it's not going to be sucking in water or getting any dirt and any dust. So it's up in a pretty safe spot up there. Wiring this, you're just going to have your ground and then your positive terminal, and then there's a little fitting that's on already, you just snip that off and then install your butt connector. So I just routed my wires. I routed them right here on the lower section and then ran it up over through there and up, and followed this factory harness up right into the engine compartment, right up and through there. We're under the hood. I'm not sure, I don't think every truck has it, but my truck came with factory installed upfitter switches. So they're just kind of coiled down right in here, and you have to snip a little zip tie to get them all exposed up in here. So I did the I think it's brown and green, and just butt connector into that, and then you're going to attach this fuse section here with a 15 amp fuse, and that just gets connected right into this. So this is your wire coming up from the compressor, and then I just zip tied it to make it real nice and clean over here, and then it just goes and gets butt connected into this. So it'll be, this is upfitter switch 1, and then you just run your ground right over here. The truck, this is, so if you didn't want to have the compressor on at all, you just leave it like this, you turn it on, and then you have to have power to your accessory panel in order for this compressor to come on. Here's the manifold. So here's the air hoses that are connected to the bags. So this one goes to the right side. This is marked 2, and this one's marked 1. So this one goes to the left, this one goes to the right. So I just ran those up in between the actual bed of the truck and the frame, up over there and all the way down, so they're not going to be exposed to any heat or any really dust at all, and they're going to stay in spots. They're going to stay where they are. They're not pinched, but they're not going to move a ton either. Just over on the top of this piece of the frame here, and so it's not exposed to any of the exhaust pipes, and then it just comes and pops out right over here. And then you're going to cut the original air hose that goes to the bag, and then you're just going to install this T-fitting. So this is the incoming line from the compressor, and then this just keeps that section where it's running back to the Schrader valves on the back of the truck. So if you have any emergency situation where either your compressor goes down and you need to inflate your bags, you can still use those 2 valves back there. The driver's side, there it is. It just comes over on top of my gas tank, and then it's going to come down and it gets tied into the same. So you're going to make sure you cut these hoses with either a tube cutter that has a nice square cut sharp blade, or a razor knife. It's a lot easier to cut the ones in the existing situation with a tube cutter, because you're not going to have anything hard behind it to cut it with a razor blade. Okay, so here's the remote. It comes with some factory settings already, so you can just go through it. So like if you get close enough, you can see where it'll see how it's on the left now, and then I can keep pressing it, and it'll be both, and then it'll go to the right only, so you can control them individually. And then like this is going to automatically bring you to 5. Oh, I need to have the power to the accessory panel in order for this to, but you can hear the compressor. So that was the noise of the compressor. So we'll turn this up. We'll go up to like, say 40. So the bags are inflating. And it's not crazy loud. Alright, so we're at 40. That took about, I don't know, 30 seconds in order to get it up. So it's pretty quick. It's really nice having this wireless system here, so you don't have to run anything into the actual cab of the truck and, you know, worry about doing all that installation inside the truck wherever you're going to put that control module for it. So this makes it really nice. You got a little clip on the back, you can just stick it on your visor, and if you want to, like, you know, you're towing and you get a little bit, you're a little too stiff, you can bring it down, or you're too, you know, you feeling it pull down, you can, you know, adjust up. Makes it really nice with this being wireless, and I believe there's an app you can connect this to. I'm gonna drop this down to 5, so that's the manifold releasing the air, and then I'm gonna go and I'm gonna measure from the ground to this fender here, and then I'm gonna go see what that's gonna, what height that is, and then I'm gonna go hook up my trailer, and I'm gonna see if I can get it back to exactly the same height it was from the ground to this section. All right, so it looks like we're right at 44 from the ground. So we'll try to match that. We get all hitched up over here. So all hooked up and everything, we're sitting right at 41. So we dropped 3 inches. Even though it seems like it's squatted down pretty significantly. Right up to 65 PSI in order to get me right back to 44. 65. So I got it back up to 44 with at 65 PSI, but I checked the front of the truck to see if it was close to 44, and it was actually at 45 and a half. So in order to get it back up to or level it with the front end of the truck, I ended up having to go all the way up to 95 PSI, which is pretty crazy because the bags only go all the way up to 100 PSI. So pretty much push them to the limit with this trailer. It's a pig, it's super heavy. You know, if you like the content, don't forget the like and subscribe button. Got any questions, just feel free to ask anything you want in the comments below. Thanks guys.